What is going on? I'm the Blue Ranger, and I'm back here with a setup slash cribs edition of my videos or whatever. So basically, I did this once before, and I felt like it went over pretty well, but a lot of things have changed. So, seeing as my apartment is the size of a shoebox, I figure I might as well just show basically everything that there is to be had, starting with the front door, which, if you missed the first video, is right next to my bed. My bedroom and my entryway are a mere 3 feet apart. It's pretty ridiculous, but it is what it is. I have my collection of hats. I'm a big fan of the Green Bay Packers. Deal with it. And then I got my first TV. These are my old lights from my old setup. They worked pretty well, but I'll go into the lights here in a second, but they weren't worth it, and I'll explain why in a second. But that's my bedroom TV. Now, moving forward, we have the main room, which we're skipping past real quick because we're going to come back to it. This is my tiny little kitchen, right? This is my itty-bitty tiny little kitchen, and it comes down to my itty-bitty tiny little bathroom that we don't need to go into because it's probably dirty. But, so I got my tiny little kitchen. This is where I do all of my fun work. That stove exploded like a week ago, and it sucks, but I'm getting a new one, so that's okay. But I have to microwave all of my food now, and that is my toothbrush because I don't have an outlet in my bathroom because my apartment is a shoebox. So, that all being said, this is where the magic happens, right? And for just while we're in the corner here, we'll go over something. When I go, give me 8 seconds to pee, it's because I go, and I go, bathroom. Okay, that's the whole thing. That's my whole apartment. So, before we get to the setup, well, one thing I wanted to point out is I talk about my social life quite often when it comes to my streaming and my mental health and things like that. And the biggest change is now my couch is up against this wall, which, holy green screen, this is overkill. But I've got this couch over here, and there's actually a nice TV setup here. It's kind of a little dark, but I swear it's there, with a sound bar, or an Xbox 360, a little social setup here for when I want to have people over to watch a movie, watch some sports, whatever. Moving into the setup part, though, which is what you guys probably want to see, there's a few things to point out. Let's talk about lighting here real quick. So, with the lighting, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the price point of the lighting. So, the other lighting in the other room that I've been using was about $50, roughly $50. These were about 60, and they work so much better. Those other lights I had to point right at my face. They burned my retinas, they hurt, and I constantly had issues. You guys remember, I'd throw my arms up in the air and go, what? And the green screen would just lose its shit. These have given me no issues since I got them. If you have the space and you're a starting streamer and you're doing a green screen, go this route. I think they were done by Cowboy Studio, which I'm hoping isn't as creepy as it sounds, but for some reason Cowboy Studio sounds like a really weird name. But yeah, so anyway, moving up here real quick. This is a 37-inch Vizio television from about 10 years ago that I have mounted on the wall. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not, but it's like coming off the wall, but only in the middle. The other brackets are screwed to the wall just fine. I'm kind of just hoping it doesn't fall, because then the record player that my awesome friend and mod Smatla, also known as Scott, that would probably get broken, and I don't want that because I like my record player, but this entire TV is devoted to Discord. It's ridiculous, I know it's ridiculous, but I like having my Discord there. I don't have to focus on it too long, but it's always there at the ready when I want it. So, there's that. Moving forward, don't trip over the coffee table. The setup. Oh, so this is the awesome DX Racer that you guys bought me. I think it was in February after the One Life Challenge. You guys generously donated and replaced that terrible plastic folding chair, which I probably should have given a little bit of a highlight here, but you can go watch it in the old video and you're going to be like, that's what you streamed in? It is. But this is way better. So, now, the reason I wanted to do this was there was a number of changes. Now there's this nice corner desk. And although there's a complete and utter rat's nest back here, it is atrocious, and I hate it so much. But it's okay. You can't have everything, right? So I got this nice new desk. My nice mini fridge right here always has some beer in it, and that's always neat. But oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. It is so beautiful. So, let's run down what we got here. So, we got this nice corner desk. It's glass. It's weird because I can always see my feet now. But the way we've got it set up is I wanted direct access to my consoles. So, there's my Xbox One. There's my PS4 that Kitch signed. Hello, Kitch. Thank you so much for the PS4. She sold it to me. She didn't give it to me. But she signed it because I asked her to. And she's awesome. And she's fantastic. And one of my favorites. Anyway, moving on. Small collection of physical discs. But what we're looking at here, first and foremost, my keyboard and mouse. Well, those are just generic Dell things that we had extra of at work and I snatched up. So if you ever are going, man, I really need to upgrade and stuff, I actually play some of the games on mouse and keyboard using, I don't know, $20 worth of equipment. So don't go for broke on that one, I guess. There's that. It works just fine, and yeah, it doesn't make tons of noise either. It's not, that's me slamming on it. There's no clicky thing to it, which I know a lot of people like, but when you're not an avid player in that respect, it's not 100% necessary. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary ever, but if that's the kind of thing you're into, go for it. But if you're like me, don't worry about it. That being said, we've got the multiple monitor setup going on right now, which is fantastic. I really enjoy that kind of thing going on here. This is the new BenQ. It's 27-inch, and it is set up for consoles because most of my gaming is console-based. You guys probably figured that much out. And the price point difference between the console version of the BenQ and the computer version, PC version of it, was pretty dramatic. I'm talking like $150, and I just couldn't bring myself to actually spend that kind of money when, realistically speaking, I mainly play on consoles. But over here, this is a monitor I've had since college that I bought to do artwork on. It's what I usually run OBS and chat on. So I game here, I OBS and chat here, and over here, Snoogans, hello Snoogans, I run, something like Google Chrome. Sometimes I run my music through it. Just all the different peripherals that I run usually come through the internet on this page, the Webernets, the Weberdoodles over here. And that way it kind of covers all grounds, and you can see that you can see the Discord up there. It's a comfort thing. It's a comfort thing completely. The newest addition, other than this BenQ and the desk, the newest addition to the whole setup, though, is the audio setup. Let me get this here mic down. This is my Twitch dong. There's the nuts and the dong. You got what I'm saying, though. This is my RME Babyface audio interface. It works really well. I still haven't figured out all the kinks to it, but it's a really impressive little piece of equipment that I also, up here, you can see, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit, it's got a giant digital mixer on it. And the camera does not want to focus on that TV very well. But it's got a digital mixer. You can actually see that it's picking up my voice through the mic right now, and it gives me a lot of different options to play with, and I like that. It's fun. So that's what that is. It's cool because I can just scroll up and down how much I get in my headphones right away. How much it's quick, it's easy, it's fun. I like it. It was expensive as hell, but I think it was worth it. This is a RE20 by Electro Voice. Is that the name of the company? I always forget. I think it's Electro Voice RE20. And it's phenomenal. I love it. It's a really great microphone, but you get what you pay for, and I paid a lot for it. Still a big fan of my Sennheiser headphones. They run about $100 normally. I got them for $80. I would say that they compete with any gaming headset out there, and they're super squishy. They're felt. You can't really see it, but it's soft cloth. It's not that plasticky crap that they always put on the gaming headphones that always gets all sweaty and sticky, and I hate it. And then my backup, my old mic is my AT2020. I use this when I do PS4 streams. It's kind of for when I have it set up right now because I thought someone was going to be coming over to stream with me, but that fell through. But it's a secondary mic now, so I can also stream with a second person, and the audio won't be a total disaster. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it works pretty well. PC's down on the floor. I mean to change that pretty soon because I don't really want it there. I don't know, if something spills or whatever, I just don't want it on the floor. But that's basically the setup. A couple controllers back here. that green screen, which is really a shirt that I sometimes throw on the chair to cover it up and whatnot, different headphones and things. There's not really a whole much more to share. It's a pretty straightforward setup, other than the fact that it's ridiculous. This is, if you're new to streaming, this is way more than you need. This is so much overkill. Please understand that this is not what you should be looking to buy. This is like an amalgamation of years of collecting. And this I bought super on sale. This was $100. This was $250. This was $250. That I've had forever. It was a gift. That I won from a company Christmas party. This I bought when I was in college 10 years ago. These, cheap keyboard and mouse. The consoles are what they are. The PC, put money into your PC. Make sure it's worth it. Make sure you get it from a reputable source. Audio, this is overkill. What I have here is overkill, but it's because I stream on a professional level. I'm an amateur streamer, I guess, but I treat it as a professional gig, so I've upgraded and put a lot of time and money into these things. But this works great. Snoogans, if you look, let's get real close, is using the same mic. That mic and that stand is this stand and that mic, and it works great. It's a fantastic microphone. You will not be disappointed. I still use it for my PS4. I can hook this guy up, but I don't want to. It's too much work. This sounds plenty fine to use it. So don't think you have to overinvest. I did, and it's not necessarily paying out in droves, but it makes me more comfortable in my surroundings and in my setting because I do this for so many hours every single week. It's basically another job, and comfort was a very serious thing for me to consider when putting this together. So I put a lot of time and effort into this setup, and I'm happy with it. I'm pretty content. I don't like how this mic is in the way of that. I'm going to try to find a solution at some point, but for now, it'll just have to do. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So, this is pretty much everything. If you have any questions for me, I do have a video on how I stream, but my streaming setup has since changed a little bit in terms of the technical aspect of the streaming, but there's another video for that I will link below. Thank you so much for coming by and checking this video out. Sorry about the shaky cam, sorry about the crappy audio. This is my cell phone, if you were wondering. I do not have a crazy camera. Oh, I should mention, this is my tiny little, what is that, Logitech C920, and this is the camera for the PS4. I do not have a Kinect anymore. But yeah, so camera doesn't need to be crazy. The lighting helps like a ton. Oh my god, it's all about your lighting. So this camera is plenty good. Don't go crazy on your camera. Audio, you want to sound good, which is this is great. This mic is fantastic. This is overkill. Great overkill. Great overkill. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Get at me on Twitter. Come into my stream. Just ask questions. I'm happy to help. I want to help. I want to make sure people understand how to do this because it's kind of complicated. And making sure you have the right gear or not going overboard is important. So thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Check me out at twitch.tv/I'mTheBlueRanger. And guys, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. I will catch you next time.